Hello student. So in previous tutorial we have discussed for loop, and in that tutorial we have also discussed that how we can use the for loop. Now here in this tutorial we will try to focus on list comprehension. So here we will see that how we can save the lines of code by using comprehension on list. So let's take very simple example. Let's say we are having a string s1, okay, and it contains some character like hi, hello. I want to convert this string into the list of characters. So how we can do it? So for that we have to take one empty list, l1 equals to empty list, then for I in s1. So basically this for loop will iterate on this string character by character, means one by one. So in I we will, in first iteration we will get h, then in second iteration we will get I, in next iteration we will get h, then next e, next l, likewise. Okay, so l1 dot append means we will iterate on the string character by character, and then we will append each character to the list. So l1 dot append I, and after that once the loop is over we will display print l1. Okay, so here you can see this string is converted into the list or list of character. Now how the same thing can be implemented using we can say comprehension. So for that l2 equals to I for I in, what is the name of the string variable, s1, and then we will simply print the value of l2. Yes, so here you can see how many lines were required, 2 3 4. Okay, 3 lines were required, while here how many lines will be required, only one line. Let's have another example. Let's go with some number. Let's say we want to generate a list l3 of generate a list of all the number which are in between 1 to 100 and which are divisible by 3. Okay, so let me write down the definition first so you can have idea. That write a program to generate the list of numbers which are divisible by 3. Okay, so how we can do it in normal programming way? Let's say we have to take another empty list, l3 equals to empty list, then we have to take for loop. So here in range of 1 to 100, so for I in range 1 to 100, we will check if I modulo 3 double equals to 0, then we will append I to the list. So l3 dot append I. Okay, and then we will display we will display list l3. Okay, so here you can see this is how we are getting the output. Clear? Now how we can implement this same thing, okay, in or using comprehension. So let me write l4 equals to I for I in range 1 to 100, and then we will put the condition, okay, that if I modulo 3 double equals to 0, then and then we are going to consider I. Clear with this? And then we will simply print l4. Okay, as you can see how many lines were required here, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 4 lines were required, and that same thing we can perform in one line. Clear with this? Okay. Now it is not like that we can only put condition over here. Okay, here before considering the value for list, we will check the condition, but after getting I, here we can also put the condition. Let me give you another example. Let's say we are having a list L5, list of integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear with this? Okay, now we want to you can say increment entire list, or there is a function that using that function we want to manipulate this list. Okay, so what will be the normal way? Let's say write a program to multiply list 5 by 2. So how it can be done? For I equals to, for I in, what we will write? First we have to find out the length, so we will write down the function for length. Let's say le1, length of list, so length bracket L5 for I in range, let's say 0 to le1, and then each element we will manipulate L5 of I equals to L5 of I into 2, and then we will print L5. Yes, clear with this? So what we have to do, first we have to find out the length, or directly we can put the length over here, or for I in L5, and then we can have direct access to the element, but we will not we don't want to directly print, but we want to store it, so we will go with the indexing and then we will store it. Now let's see how this same thing can be implemented using comprehension. Okay, so let me show you one example. Let us take another list L6 equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let us define new list L7 equals to I in I, then 4 I in L6. So it will iterate one by one, but here after getting the value of I, what we will do, we will directly multiply it by 2. So how this will work, each element will be retrieved from L6, then it will be stored into I, but here we have used the operator, so then that operator will be used and operation will be performed, and then the whatever value we will get, that will be stored into L17. So let's execute it. Print L7. Yes, same thing is done. Here you can see how many line we have used, 1, 2, 3 line. Okay, and here in only one line we can do it. Let's discuss about one more feature, that is map. So for that we have to define a small function. So let's define a small function def. Okay, let's say name of the function is incr, and we are passing one value x. Okay, so what this will do, it will simply increment the value, so return x plus 1. Okay, so it will increment the value and that value will be returned. Now we are having another list L8 equals to let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we want to increment this list, and we want to store result into the same list. So how it can be done? So for that, L8 we will not take another list, but in same list we will do it. Then there is a function called map. First argument will be the function which we want to implement, let's say incr, and second argument will be the list L8. Okay, let's take another list. So we can use this list for some other examples. And whenever we will use this map function, what it will do, it will implement this function on entire list. Okay, and then it will return object. So we have to convert that object into the list. So list, and then we will print the list. Yes, you can see. Let's say if you want to convert this list into the square of the individual element, let's say instead of 1 there will be 1, then instead of 2 there will be 4, then instead of 3 9, 4 there will be 16, instead of 5 there will be 25, and instead of 6 there will be 36. So we can define another function, let's say sqr1. Okay, and then we will pass a number, and then we will return x 2. Okay, now here instead of increment, we will specify name of the function. Yes, here you can see we are getting the square. So there is another function called map. So using map, if you want to manipulate entire list, then using map you can